Hi everyone, this is Selvi. Today's interview question is, what is Sprint Planning Report? Sprint Planning Report gets prepared as part of the Sprint Planning event. In this report, we capture details like what is the sprint goal of this particular sprint and what are the work items that are available in the sprint backlog and the relevant user stories, the associated user stories of those work items, and at the end, what is the committed user stories by the team. So now first thing is, sprint is a time boxed event where we are trying to achieve a particular sprint goal. That is our commitment. So as a team, we are committing on the sprint goal. So sprint goal is written in the sprint planning report. So whenever any stakeholders want to quickly refer, what is this sprint going to give us? They will be able to get from the sprint goal. And the next thing is, what are the work items that the team is going to implement to achieve this goal? So those work items, it can be a spike, it can be a technical depth, it can be a user story, any of the work item type. What are those details? And the relevant user stories of those work items. And now at the end, what is the total user story points that is committed by the team? It is also a very good practice to say in these work items, what are the work items that are eligible for the demo? Why eligible, not eligible? Like for example, if we are working on a spike, definitely spike will not give any deliverable. What is the deliverable that can be demoable? Okay, it gives a deliverable, but it is not a demoable product. What generally a spike gives? If it is a POC, we can show the POC, of course. But if it is a spike outcome document alone, it is an analysis or it is a feasibility report or it is a comparison report like that, that means it's not demoable. That we will just associate or attach with that the spike item. So when we are explaining about the work items that we are going to work on that particular sprint, in the sprint planning report itself, we can say demoable, yes, no. Just put yes if it is yes, if it is an item that can be demoed, and just mention it as no if it is not demo. What is the benefit of giving this? So that at the end, during the sprint review, what we can look for in the demo, stakeholders can easily understand from the sprint planning report itself. That's the whole idea of capturing this information also. So, in a nutshell, sprint planning report gets generated after the sprint planning event and it is shared to the stakeholders to give a clear picture what team is going to work on this sprint, what really we have planned for this sprint. That clarity will be shared as part of this report. This report contains details like sprint goal, what are the work items the team is going to work, and what are the user story points that as a total team has committed. These are the details that will be available in this report. I think this would have helped in understanding what is the sprint planning report. Thanks everyone for listening. Happy learning and stay tuned.